Tiara Air plans to diversify further into U.S. markets. Plus, in today's lifestyle segment, an inspiring video to get you moving. And we have part 3 of our one-on-one interview with Vince Irie. 15 on 15 starts right now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Yentl Lieuw. Sometimes when a business encounters challenges, it opens up as an opportunity to reflect on the structure of the company and perhaps strategize to approach a new direction. This is exactly what Tiara Air is undergoing. Due to the recent financial holdup by the Venezuelan government, to the tune of an estimated $20 million, the managing director of the local airline says moving forward they will diversify into the U.S. market to prevent a situation like this from occurring again. The managing director of Tiara Airline, Mr. Alejandro Muyeli, says his executive team have been working on diversifying more into the American market. Currently, 90% of Tiara Air's business derives from Venezuela. Due to the recent financial hold by the government in the South American country, the airline has to make changes to prevent from a similar situation from occurring.
Tiara Air is continuing, and in addition, I would like to share with you that, as I mentioned before, seeing Venezuela is representing today the 90%, we are working very hard right now. We have a team working on a business plan where we want to lower that from 90% to at least 50%, which means we're not going to take flights from Venezuela, so reduce flights, but more than add flights to other destinations in the United States.
The local airline is already in discussion with stakeholders involved to diversify further into the U.S. market. Destinations in the Northeast is the goal. New York, Boston, and Philadelphia are routes on the list thus far.
There's talks already with the airports, there's talks with hotels, tour operators, so it's on a good track. And I think that's a very, very positive development. And sometimes when things get tough, you become creative, you start looking at other options, and things start moving. So that is also happening with Tiara Air today.
The purpose of this new development and strategy is to prevent another financial backup as the one the airline is currently experiencing.
We're maintaining our dependability on Venezuela at 90%, then the risk of getting into a situation where the funds are again being delayed, that we can find ourselves in the same situation. So in order to avoid the situation, we are accelerating our plans of flying to other destinations, so we can, that would be like an action plan to avoid this to happen in the future.
In other local news, Prime Minister Mike Amon emphasized the importance of the Barcadera project to local as well international stakeholders in a recent press conference. Prime Minister Amon reinforced the efficient operational changes that will take place once the move starts.
For another important project that Aruba is executing right at this moment is to build the container harbor in Barcadera, and as part of this project we have the connecting road between Barcadera and the four-way link road to St. Nicholas and Rijnstad, and there is also a very important new piece of infrastructure that will also enhance the communication between St. Nicholas and Rijnstad, but also between Barcadera and the northern and western part of Aruba, where a lot of the transport of cargoes are going to.
Cruise tourism continues to be on the rise, and the month of October was no exception. Cruise tourism has increased by 68.1% for the month of October compared to October 2012. This is an increase of 18,000 cruise passengers, reaching a total of 44,404 visitors coming to Aruba on cruises last month. Each cruise ship passenger is estimated to spend between $120 to $170 per trip, so the more, the merrier. It is expected that the island will have 100,000 additional cruise visitors, which represents another $30 million into our economy. We will be right back. Here's what's coming up next. Now, everyone could use a little inspiration. With Xander Bogaerts and Vince Irie from The Voice of Holland bravely going after their dreams, we can use a pick-me-up to give us a bit more motivation to get to where we want to be in life. Take a look at this video.
let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me. All right? You got a dream, you got to protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it. You want something, go get it. Period.
You might never fail on the scale I did, but some failure in life is inevitable. It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you fail by default.
I didn't get the job. But here's the thing. I didn't quit. I didn't fall back. I walked out of there to prepare for the next audition, and the next audition, and the next audition. I prayed.
But what is most important is that you have to dig deep down and ask yourselves, who do you want to be? Not what, but who.
And on that note, we will be right back. Vince Irie from The Voice of Holland started his music career in Aruba. He has witnessed a tremendous amount of talent on the island. He gives a word of advice to the aspiring artists here. Vince Irie performed at the Green Village this year during his visit back on the island in between tapings for The Voice of Holland. The performer has added The Voice of Holland to his resume, which is a big break. The band he performs in is excited for the exposure and anticipating the opportunities that lie after the Voice of Holland journey is over for Vince. The singer tells me his future plans are quite simple.
It already worked out. That's how I see it right now. I'm like, man, I'm in the live shows, man. I'm already like, if honestly, of course you want to get further, but if I were to go out right now, I'd be really happy still. But I want to continue, of course. But my plans for the future, like my band think it's a great move, you know, and they really support me, and they're like, hey man, go for it, you know, do your thing. Maybe we can get more shows, I hope. We're gonna get more bookings, because I just want to tour Europe and maybe tour like South America. I want to just do tours. I don't need to be big, Beyonce big. I just want to have the opportunity to be with my boys and play tours all over the place and people being happy, having good times.
Aruba is a patriotic island, no doubt about that. Whenever an Aruban has the opportunity to shine, the people of Aruba are in full support. Vince is just as patriotic and wants to use the little fame he has and contribute back and add to the entertainment value of the island. Maybe if I accomplish something in Holland, I can mean something for my island as well, because I'm very proud of Aruba and I'm a proud Arubian, and Aruba
Arubians are very proud people, because on Facebook and on YouTube I say Aruba, Aruba, Aruba. So they know Aruban. When Aruban is competing, everybody knows. Like Bogarts with the Red Sox, everybody knows. You know what I mean? So that's cool. And Aruba, I wanna like give back. So if I can make something there, I could bring stuff back. Maybe bring back great artists that are like become buddies. You know, and be like, oh Aruba, how come? You know, we'll make big parties here.
Vince says he has witnessed firsthand the incredible talents that exist on the island. He encourages aspiring artists to branch out and work on their dreams.
You only got one life to live, you know, and even if you don't succeed, you know, you always succeed because you tried and you gave it your all. But the worst feeling is to not have tried and be like, what if, you know? And I know some people that are like that, you know, and like, man, just get up and do the thing. And a lot of people have, I come to the island, they're like, wow, the voice, and you're so good. And I'm like, I'm laughing because I'm just a normal dude, you know? And I'm a lot of times I say, I'm lucky, man. I'm lucky it worked out, you know?
That was our last part of the interview with the charismatic Vince Irie. We will keep you updated on the musician's journey on The Voice of Holland. That is our show for today. Thanks for watching. We will see you next time.